So you're thinking about switching brokerages. Maybe you've been in real estate for 3 months, 6 months, 2 years, 10 years, 30 years, whatever it is, and you're considering making this switch maybe for the first or the second time, and you're wondering, what are some things that I need to know about doing this? Specifically with EXP Realty. But don't worry, if you're not looking to move to that specific brokerages, there's going to be some great tips in here to help you prepare to go on to the next level. So stick around. What's up, everybody? This is Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group right here with EXP Realty. Now, there's been a whole ton of content out there from other creators for EXP with a ton of hype and no value. I can tell you that I have been through a lot of different ones of these brokerages in several different states. I've been the single agent, I've been the team agent, I've been the ops manager, and now a team lead here with EXP. And I want to share my perspective and my view to help you on your next decision, whether it's here with our EXP brokerage or anywhere out in the world. There's something right for you. All right, so let's get into talking about how to prepare yourself to switch brands, specifically with EXP Realty. Now, what you need to do is, in EXP, we have what's called the Marketing Center, where you'll need to figure out what the brand guidelines are and what you need to do prior to even getting into this. Now, good news is that they have a lot of very good communication back and forth, and it's very clear on what you can do, and it's not a whole lot of things that you have to do to get certain things approved, as far as maybe putting your name under something or abbreviating the EXP logo with your own logo. It's really not that hard to be able to get all that stuff. So you want to start there with EXP. If you're going to another brokerage, you want to figure out what their marketing materials are, maybe get the PDF emailed to you, especially some of the old big box brokerages, mainly Realty people. And if you're not familiar with Realty, they're the people that own Better Homes and Garden, Coldwell Banker, ERA, ones like that. And they should have some sort of document that they can give you as far as what to do for marketing when you're coming on. And more than likely, you probably have a marketing representative in order for you to do that. The next step is to start to order some new branding materials. So when you actually do transition, that you can hit the ground running. So you may want to get a name badge if that's something that you do for your business, maybe branded shirts, whatever that is. Definitely business cards. People love business cards. I don't know why. You get your face on there with a new logo, whatever. Personally, with the age of cell phones, I'm not a huge fan of that, but I guess it's an ego thing. Whatever. The other thing that you'll want to get your hands on are for sale signs. If you do open houses, you want to get some directional signs. And again, you wanted to start at that marketing center to see what you can get away with. Now, most of the brokerages that you're going to use, if you're not joining a team or anything specific, they have already in there the marketing material and them already there for you to purchase through all the different sites. All you got to do is just Google that, and you're going to find exactly what you're looking for. Be like EXP directional signs for open houses. It's already gone through the marketing department. You just have to click, yep, go ahead and order those and wait for them to arrive. Now, rebranding is a huge project, and if you're a single agent, it's still significant. If you're with a team and you're coming over, it can be quite a bit of a project. So what you need to do is figure out what you want to do for your rebrand. Now, if you already have a logo for something that you're already using, if you're a team or you're a single agent or a team with a bunch of admin, whatever way that you have that worked out for yourself, the rebrand's going to be pretty significant. So a lot of time. Once you figure out, hey, this is what I want to do, the amount of time that it's going to take in order for you to get that together. This is something that you're going to be doing on the back end as you're preparing to move brokerages. I don't know how many times that I've talked to people, and even if they're not moving to our brokerage, that I'm just like, why didn't you just take the time to put this together first before just transferring and being like, I got nothing? right? So make sure to allot that time. How much time is going to depend upon how much of a change that you're going to have. As you can see here, one of my brands was already created at my previous brokerage, and I just simply gave it to the EXP marketing department. They get the thumbs up, and then you just have to make sure that the ratios are good. Now, here in the state of Florida, 50-50 is about what you're supposed to, or is the minimum that you can do for your logo, as well as the EXP logo. So just keep that in mind as you move forward. Now, other things that you want to do, and this is always different depending on the state that you're in, depending on the brokerage that you're in, and your broker, and all sorts of different things. Talk about the listings that you currently have. If you don't have any listings, it's really easy because you don't have to worry about this. But if you do have listings, and listings are key here in the real estate business, make sure you talk about what that looks like and where they're going prior to moving. If you don't know this, not just EXP, but all brokerages, when you get your listing agreement, you'll notice it's not your name on that listing agreement, it's your brokerage name. So they're actually owned by the broker. Those listings are owned by the broker. So what you want to do prior to even telling anybody that you're going to move is, hey, in the case that I do move, what are you going to do with the active listings? What are we going to do with the ones under contract? And talk to your manager, talk to that person, and be like, what is going to happen with those? Now, if you don't want to talk to anybody, look into the agreement that you signed, the brokerage agreement, and see what they say in there. And it's usually some sort of operations manual of some sort that you're going to go through, or policies and procedures is probably what it's going to be called, and go through that and see what it already says, and see what you can negotiate. If you're leaving on amicable terms, good terms, or even bad ones, at least have this conversation. And here is the key. Once you do that, make sure that it gets in writing and somebody else, hopefully your broker or somebody that represents that brokerage, signs off on it. So if they do not elect to do that, then you have something in writing to show them. It's been many times that I've talked to people transitioning to other brokerages, not necessarily mine, but moving to other brokerages that have given this complaint. So if you want to keep that money in your pocket, then go ahead and get that negotiated first, okay? And it could just be based on a hypothetical, because a lot of us don't want that confrontation, and just be like, hey, if I move because of whatever, what would happen? Oh, can I get that in writing just in case? Great. Okay, and other things, just a little tidbit here. Most of the times too, if you are already under contract, which most of us usually are, we're looking for that better split, better program, whatever it is. When you do move those, the other ones that are already pending, they're in escrow, usually just close with that seamlessly, and then you get paid out. But again, you may move your license over after the fact, so you have to figure out how you're going to get paid, because that broker's still supposed to pay you. Okay. The next step that I want you to do is learn about the technology prior to moving. The reason I'm telling you about this is because EXP has got a big technology push, and most of everything is based off of that technology. It's one of the great things about a cloud-based brokerage is that you have all these opportunities. But what I would do if I was going to switch to EXP or any other brokerage model is to figure out what that technology is first, okay? Most of the things that I like to tell people about is their CRMs, their customer resource management system. It's where you keep all your contacts, right? And you run all your programs for your websites. If you don't have like a separate one that you're doing, you'll want to know and get all that information. And here in EXP, it's KV Core, but it could be something completely different. If you're going to 100% brokerage, they may not even offer that to you. So that's something that you're going to have to look at. Also, forms. Are you going to continue to use the forms that you currently have, or do you have to go somewhere else because they were paying for DocuSign and now you don't have DocuSign? Are you going to pay for it out of pocket? Can you find some free resources like ZipForm Plus, which with your NAR number you can actually have free access to? If you do go to the EXP, they've got some other cool things like Workplace, which is like Facebook for all EXP people across the world, and you want to get familiar with that. EXP World, you can get a guest pass to go out. And I know I'm dating myself here, but if you ever played the game like The Sims, and you walked out and you're like, you got a little avatar sort of thing, so it's like that. It's pretty cool, but you can also pick up the phone, write an email, and still get pretty good service. It's one of the great things that EXP does have, especially here in the state of Florida in comparison to some other states. Now, one other thing too is, and this is big, is make sure that from your previous CRM system with all the people that are in it, that you download those contacts. And you'll download those through what's called a CSV file. Now that's going to have all the information in there, like their names, that's probably important, their phone numbers, their emails, any additional data as far as their property address, things of that nature. You're going to want to get that and compile that and have that before you even have the conversation of, hey, I'm thinking about switching brokerages. Because some of these places, especially some of the realty companies, have these programs that they'll just pull all your leads, especially the ones that they gave you and maybe even your own, and redistribute them throughout the entire office. Now that's a little frustrating, right? And if something's going to be contentious and they're going to be coming after you for that, that's really, really frustrating. So make sure that you take all of your leads, put them in a CSV file, because if they just shut down your CRM system as soon as you're like, hey, I'm going to leave, at least you'll have that data and you can continue to build relationships with your current leads that you've been working with, and of course your prior contacts. So that's a big one. Also, this is a cloud-based brokerage with EXP, but if you're going somewhere else or even staying with EXP, make sure that you have an office move plan. This is really crucial as well. All these things I'm saying are crucial, but this has been a frustrating point of mine in my past, is you want to have a plan on how to move your stuff out, when that you're going to do it. If you have a desk or if you have an office, get that together so that you can pick everything up and move it to your next location. Or if you're not going to an office, that you have a place that you have in your own home because you're doing a home office or what have you, to be able to set up. So one day you're with your old brokerage, the next day you're with EXP or whomever, and you are ready to rock and roll within the same day, 2 days, whatever, 3 days. I hope it's not that long, but whatever it takes for you to continue operations and to make it as seamless as possible. All right, and then the next little tip that I'm going to give you is make sure to announce your new affiliation with EXP or your next brokerage and let everybody know in the world that you have made a change. Please, please, please do not bad talk your previous brokerage. Don't talk badly about the broker or any of the other agents, even if they weren't all that nice, mainly because it just looks bad on you. And I don't know if you've ever seen that or have worked with another professional that just bad talks their competitors. It just looks bad on them. And I always teach my agents here on this team, and of course my mentees, I was like, just don't do that, because it just is not the character that you just want to give off to somebody that you're going to be downplaying at. Stay positive on looking forward. Don't look in the past. Thank them if anybody does bring it up and be like, yeah, thanks so much for the opportunity and the learning and the relationships, but I've decided to move to, the next stage or whatever that you want to put there. The reason I want you to do this is that now you have an opportunity to do what they call another touch or another reach out, if you will, to contact all your sphere of influence people. If you're looking for an excuse to talk to them, right? Because your sphere of influence should be 60% of your business and 40% is all the other garbage, right? So this is a great opportunity to just start the conversation, to remind people you're in real estate and that you should have made this awesome change over to EXP. And they're like, who is that? And then you get to talk and be like, yeah, I'm so excited to do this, this, and this because of that, or whatever. And that's great because you're excited about it. It's like reinvigorating, like you first got your license, you're out there trying to kill it and probably continuing to do so, but this is also a great time. So do not lose that opportunity. It's just a great another opportunity. I just want to say opportunity today. But this is a great time for you to go ahead and reach out and procure more business and stay top of mind with your sphere. All right, so that's all that I have for you on how to prepare yourself to switch brands or brokerages, especially here with EXP. If you have any questions about anything that I mentioned here, please go ahead and leave it here in the comments below. If you have switched brokerages and I missed something, please leave it here in the comments below. I'm sure I missed something. It only helps the other people that are watching this content, so I really, really appreciate your input. And of course, if you are curious about the opportunities here at EXP, whether you're here in the state of Florida or anywhere around the world, feel free to contact me personally. I'm happy to take any phone calls, whether you come to this brokerages or not. I love being able to give the people the real talk that they absolutely need. But if you're ready to make that switch now, go ahead and go to our main page here. Go ahead and click Join EXP, and it will get you going and get you ready to go with EXP and have the opportunity, if you're here in the state of Florida, to even be mentored or at least coached by yours truly. All right, well, again, that's all I've got for you. Again, I'm Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group here with EXP Realty in the Panhandle of Florida, and we'll see you in our next video. Take care.